Legacy used to mean inheritance, a house, a portfolio, a trust, a surname attached to a building. But in this era of accelerated wealth transfer, the definition is changing, because the new affluent are beginning to understand something older models of wealth often missed. Money can be transferred in an afternoon. Stewardship cannot. And so Legacy 3.0 is emerging, not as a bigger estate plan, but as a more sophisticated human one. This is the shift from simply passing down capital to deliberately developing the people who will one day carry it. Because more families now recognize that the real risk was never only market volatility, it was emotional fragility, identity confusion, entitlement without purpose, access without judgment, resources without inner architecture. So the question has changed, not how much will we leave behind, but who are we leaving it to, and who are we helping them become? That is why philanthropy is becoming more strategic. In many affluent families, giving is no longer treated as ceremonial generosity or reputation management. It is becoming an operating system for values, a place where heirs learn discernment, pattern recognition, responsibility, how to evaluate institutions, how to think in time horizons longer than themselves. Not charity as performance, but philanthropy as intelligence. At the same time, trusts themselves are evolving in spirit, not only as vehicles of protection, but as ecosystems of development. Education trusts, mentorship structures, global exposure, governance forums, curated rooms where younger family members learn how wealth actually behaves, socially, psychologically, and strategically. Because the point is no longer to fund dependence, it is to fund maturity. We are also seeing the rise of the family as a kind of private think tank, not merely a bloodline with assets, but an institution with memory, values, and deliberate internal dialogue. In that model, heirs are not kept at a distance until a triggering event. They are gradually trained into judgment. They sit in on family meetings. They participate in philanthropic decisions. They learn how conflict is handled, how capital is allocated, how responsibility is shared. They are not just inheriting wealth, they are inheriting context. And perhaps most importantly, the modern legacy conversation is becoming psychological. Because many children of privilege do not suffer from a lack of opportunity, they suffer from the invisible pressures attached to it. Expectation, comparison, emotional outsourcing, a life overconstructed by previous generations. So increasingly, the most sophisticated families are investing not only in tax efficiency or legal design, but in emotional resilience, communication, self-knowledge, family governance, wealth education, the ability to carry advantage without being consumed by it. That may be the deepest shift of all. Legacy 1.0 was survival. Legacy 2.0 was accumulation. Legacy 3.0 is preparation. Because the highest form of inheritance is not cash, it is coherence, judgment, restraint, purpose, and the emotional stability to hold power without being distorted by it. In the decade ahead, the families that endure may not be the ones who leave the most. They may be the ones who leave behind people capable of carrying it well. This is the Affluence Index, where the psychology of prosperity is decoded for intentional living.